many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, everyone, and welcome to Divine Connections Show. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connections. So excited to be here. Make sure you like and share and comment during this broadcast. It is going to be phenomenal. So listen, Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, pastors, authors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. Then twice a year, we have an event, one in March, which is in my anniversary. We'll have speakers, gospel groups, praise dance, moms, vendors, sponsors, and we come together in the community to network and worship together. And then in October, we have another event called Bring It, where we have praise dance groups, moms, vendors, and youth vendors, and the community comes together to connect with each other and support each other. And so our next event is Saturday, October 14th. It's going to be at the Mebane Arts Center. So we are looking for vendors. We're looking for sponsors. We are looking for praise dance groups, mime groups as well, so we can share with the community who you are, what you do, and enjoy your ministry and business as well. So if you're interested, definitely connect with me, 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. We also have our app is now out, so go download our app from the Apple Store or Google Store, Divine Connections Magazine. All right. And then create a profile so we can stay connected with you. We have a lot of resources in our app as well. And then we also have our online store with Divine Connections apparel. We have jackets, we have shirts, we have hats, we have tank tops, we have blankets, we have cups, all of that, mugs, all of that in our store. So we are growing and we are grateful for it. Oh, and then we're going to let me share just a little bit of October 14th. What is getting ready to go down? Here's just a little snippet of what you will see October 14th. Awesome, awesome. So we are excited. Mark the date, Saturday, October 14th. I would love to see you there. All right. So here is the store. Just you can check out, see some of the items that's in the store. We have over 100 items in the store. So I want to give you a chance to just kind of check it out a bit. So hold tight. Awesome, awesome. So go to bit.ly/divine connection store and go shopping. All right. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Join our email list for updates and news and what's going on. We have our Facebook page at Divine Connections Marketing. So like that page. We have our Instagram at Divine Connections, one word. And you can go to and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections, and make sure you also click that notification button so you'll be notified whenever we have interviews or events or anything that's going on with Divine Connections. If you have not ordered your magazine yet, it is here. Divine Connections magazine issue is now available. Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. You can get digital copy or you can get the hard copy. If you choose hard copy, you can change the quantity of magazines that you need, and then you can send it out to your community, your churches, your organization, your businesses. So make sure you guys go get a copy of that. We also have this organization on the back, which is Open Door Ministry, which is in High Point. They do give away food. They also help men with shelter, and they also help veterans as well. So it's a lot of resources. All of my vendors, my men's panel, my sponsors, all of their information is in the magazine. So if you want to connect with some great people, some great organization, you want to get a copy. All right. So check that out. Also, if you would like to be a sponsor on the show, we come on Wednesdays between 3 and 6 p.m. and we connect with people in the community doing great things. So before or after our interviews, we have sponsorship blocks for a 30-second commercial. So if you have a 30-second commercial, we would love for you to be a part so we can help spread the word about your business or your organization. It's a 3-month agreement for only $150, and you already have to have your 30-second spot. And then upon approval, we will connect with you and then have you on the show running 3 months so people can continue to see who you are, what you do, and contact you. All right. And then we also do commercials. So if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, we customize in that as well. Whether you have ministry, whether it's a book, business, gospel group, or event, we would love to create a 30-second or 60-second commercial for you. Just send us an email at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. We also are blessed to have my second book that is now available called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. And of course, I had to have faith in myself and faith in the God that I trust and serve. And I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So if you want to know how I do what I do with the help of the Lord, get my book. The details are there. It is also on Amazon, or you can contact me and I can send you a signed copy. We also this year have our journals are now available as well, and it is called Making It Happen. You Are a Divine Connection. So we write the vision, make it plain, celebrate, and then we execute, and then we celebrate. So we look forward to writing down our goals and our desires, and then looking back at God, what He has done for us over time, over the year. And so making it happen is what we do, and that you are a Divine Connections because you are. All right. So our store link again is the bit.ly/Divine Connections store. You can go shop with the apparel there. And then don't forget to go and download our app at Divine Connections Magazine. All right. We look forward to connecting with you in all of those avenues. And so for the best part of the interviews is my special guest. My special guest Dr. Renita is in the house. So let me tell you, she is off the chain. I love, love, love seeing her. She's doing great things for the community. So let's bring her on in and let me introduce her to you. Miss Dr. Renita's in the house. Hey.
Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited to be here with you today and the Divine Connections family and family to
Yes.
be. Because I think some people may not be family yet, but they're on the way.
Come on, speak it. That's why I love
Yes,
it.
yes, yes, yes. But
Awesome.
yeah, I look, just from the moment that the intro start, the very first, the beginning of the intro, and it's that the music from Moving Forward. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs, and it keeps me moving
Come
forward
on.
and remembering that God makes old things new. And
Yeah.
so no matter what is happening with us, new is on the way. New
Come
actually
on.
is already here.
Come
We
on.
just have to learn how to walk and operate in it. So I am excited to be
Yeah.
here today with another person of faith, with a
Yes.
community of faith, believing that even in this moment, it
Mm-hmm.
is divine. It is meant to be. There's a
Yeah.
reason why every single person under the sound of our voices today are here, and
Yes.
they need something that we're going to talk about today. So if you haven't noticed that I am a woman of faith,
Come
I
on.
do believe that God created me for a very specific purpose, and my assignment is to complete said assignment. And if
Mhm.
my goal is to hear well done at the end,
Come on.
that means I'm gonna do everything I can do in my time here between my dash to dash,
Yes.
to be amazing and to walk fully into what God has meant for me to be and to do.
I love it. I love it. I so admire her, y'all. She is so off the chain. Every time I hear her, every time she's doing an event or speaking, whatever it is, I so admire her. She just encourages me. So I'm glad we were able to connect today so we can share some highlights of who you are and what you do. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am Dr. Renita L. Webb, educational leadership strategist. And the doctor is not for play. I don't just get called doc because I have friends who think I'm smart. No, no, no. I went to school for a very long time. I wrote a complete and total dissertation, and I am Dr. Renita L. Webb. Am a doctor of education
Hmm.
philosophy. I have been a school teacher all the way through school administrator. I opened an elementary school some years ago, and we had a wonderful time while I was there. I am an educational leadership strategist. So that sounds really fancy, but it really just means that I love to work with growing and aspiring leaders to become
Hmm.
more authentic in their leadership, empower their fellowship, and at the end of the day, have a great, great, amazing impact on the world to make this world truly a better place and a more effective place for us to do what we do in. I am also an author. I've authored two books, actually, really three if you count them. Stepmom Trials, Tribulations, and Triumphs, editions one and two. Also,
Hmm.
While You're Sleeping, The Perfect Children of All Ages book. I
Hmm.
am the founder of The Refining Life, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide you with experiences so that you can have your mindset shifted so that you can lead a more positive and productive life. I
Yeah.
also am a speaker. I love inspiring, motivating, and really putting people into action about the leadership over their lives and their organizations and the things that they do, because leadership is all around us. I think sometimes
Yeah.
we get lost and we forget that moms and dads, your leaders, teachers, your
Hmm.
leaders,
That's
ministry
right.
leaders, your leaders, small business owners. Even if you're a solopreneur right now, you're not going to leave forever because you're going to grow and you're a leader. You're changing
Yeah.
lives, you're changing industry. So leadership is all around us. So I love speaking to people about it. And I also love emceeing. I get to
Yeah.
MC events. I get to have fun and set the atmosphere. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so my secret sauce to me really right now is that I also love the arts. I love the arts. So
Mhm.
most recently, and actually I get to do this again on April 27th, I was Ada Pearl in the Community of Greensboro production of The Wiz. So Ada Pearl,
Oh, nice.
the movie, that's Miss One, you know,
Yes.
little kooky, but she makes things happen. So
Yes.
I love acting. I love dancing. I love singing.
Mhm.
I've been an arts person my entire life, so that's my secret side thing. What I thought I was going to be on Broadway, God has put me on smaller stages, but I still get to affect lives in a amazing way. So, yeah, that's me.
I love it. And she's doing phenomenal, phenomenal things. So, how did you know that you were going to be a motivational speaker? Like, what things went on in your life to let you know, like, this is what I am supposed to do?
I will tell you, I don't know that I knew it early.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I needed to be obedient when I heard words. And
Mm.
so those words tend to be motivational because they're words that uh, that will push people towards the things that they need to do, desire to do. And sometimes I don't even know what they're doing. And I'll get a word that comes to me, it drops in my spirit. And, I being obedient is something that I've learned as I become more seasoned through life. I don't just hear it. If I hear it and I'm spurred, that little feeling in your shanana, that little unction that you get that says, say it. And
Yeah.
I've learned to say it.
Yeah.
And sometimes saying it doesn't always feel good to people
Mm.
because have to say things that may be opposite of what they were hoping to hear,
Mm.
but it's usually followed by further motivation for why. Sometimes people say things to you and you just get an attitude
Right.
because they don't give you anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love is that when I get these unctions, when I get these words, when I get this spiritual intuition, these divine emails, as my former Pastor Kenny Ray Hammond used to talk about the divine emails.
Okay.
When they come in, they come with more than just this little piece, especially when it's something that may be opposite of what someone wants to
Mm-hmm.
hear. Not to be hurtful, but to be truthful.
Right.
And so the more and more I was able to hear these things and speak them in a way that could be received, because some people speak and you can't receive it, but it
Mm-hmm.
was able to be received. And I remember being younger and my mother putting me in these oratorical competitions and, used to have to write speeches. And even younger than that and having to learn Easter speeches and Christmas speeches,
Yeah.
and never having a problem with that. God gave me a voice to speak and to be. So sometimes people get a voice to speak and they're not really heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But God
Yeah.
gives you a voice to speak and be heard and to be well received, even in the things that don't feel all that good, and to be well received when things need to be lightened and the air needs to be refreshed. And, you know, it always feeling right.
Yeah.
Those moments when I get the mic, when I get the chance to be on the stage, whether I'm singing or performing or just speaking or
Mhm.
hosting and introducing someone else,
Yeah.
it's always right. And you can feel things in your spirit when they're right or wrong, and that always feels right. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to say the no to
Mhm.
things before I even put myself in situations. Um,
Mhm.
and learning that it's okay to say no, but being able to stand on those stages and literally have people come to me after events
Yeah.
and after workshops and after trainings and say, you know what, you said something today
Mhm.
directly attached
Mhm.
to something else going on in my life, or you said something today that's going to cause me to do something that I've been thinking about for a while in my life.
Yeah.
You said something today, or you did something today that really lifted my spirit. It reminds me regularly and confirms for me regularly that that's
Mhm.
exactly where I'm supposed to be.
I love it. And do you also have a peace about it? I know when I have things, when I know I'm in the right place, there's a certain peace that
Oh,
comes with it.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that piece is needed because I'm a wife and a mother of four.
Mhm.
3 of my babies live in my house. At least one of them kind of lives part-time. He's old, so he's in and out. But I have 2 little ones. And so sometimes those moments cause me to have to not be at home, whether
Mhm.
it be for hours or whether it be for days or weeks, and to still have the peace that this is my calling and this is something I'm supposed to do. I have to have that peace to not fall into what some people call mom guilt or wife guilt for not
Mhm.
being in other places. But I know that these are the places that I'm called to. And when I'm there, I get that peace because the other things are handled on the other side.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. And I also feel a peace that I did what I was supposed to do. Sometimes you don't do it or you
Yeah.
don't do that you should have done, and
Yeah.
you feel bad because it's still a pulling on you. I don't
Mhm.
get that because I say yes when I'm supposed to say yes.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So share with us you said you work with some young people you had a school and educate them as well. Share with us some of your dynamic experiences that you had that when you did that, the reaction from the kids that they had. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, everybody thought Dr. Webb was crazy. It was fun. So I had an opportunity. So I was a teacher at one point in time. So I taught
Mhm.
middle and high school. And then I became an assistant principal at a
Mhm.
school. And then I was able to open an elementary school, which was really a unique experience because I had never taught in an elementary school before. But I became the inaugural principal for an elementary school. But what I did learn is that leadership follows a
Wait,
leader.
hold on. Your sound went muffled for a minute. Keep talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Yeah. But what I learned was that leadership follows us, and that leadership principles are, they happen everywhere. And when you are authentically who you are, people will positively respond to that, young and old. And
Mhm.
so to be able to set the atmosphere in a school for
Yeah.
teachers to teach, for students to learn, for parents to feel connected, for every staff member to understand that they're valued and important. Because let me tell you, the custodian was just as important as me.
Right. That's right.
Let's be real. I facilitated things.
Mhm.
I created possibilities and situations. But at the end of the day, I just helped regulate.
Mhm.
I made it possible for other things to happen. I wasn't the one getting I won't down in the dirties on the floor with the kids, even though I did
Right.
get on the kids because the principal would show up.
All right.
Um, but the kids responded very well because they could tell that I was genuinely interested in what they
That's
were
right.
doing. The kids responded well because I came in with a smile. The
Yeah.
kids responded well because they knew I knew them. So I
Yeah.
didn't just know that they were in Miss Hall's class or they were in Miss McLaughlin's class or they were in Mr. Harrison's class. No, I knew them and I knew their first names. And if they were some of my frequent flyers, I knew their mama's names. I knew some of the phone numbers by heart. They knew I knew them. And
Yeah.
because I knew them, they knew I cared about them. And
That's
because I
right.
cared about them, they would do most anything that I would ask them to do.
Yeah.
And it extended past the kids because
Mhm.
that's the beauty of being a school administrator or a school principal is that you get to positively, if you
Yeah.
choose positively, affect everybody who's connected to the building.
Yeah.
So my staff, I found it very important for them to understand how important they were and to be able
Yeah.
to have those moments to breathe, to know that they were appreciated.
Right.
Even when I got made them mad and I played music over the PA system because I felt like the school was getting dreary and
Mhm.
I would go dancing through the hallways, and sometimes that would interrupt their teaching.
Mhm. Mhm.
They also understood I was doing that because the air needed to be refreshed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents, they know. I actually have a parent who lives not far from me where I live now, of a former student. They knew that they too were family, and they knew that their voices mattered. They knew that I expected them to play their part, and
Mhm.
in order for us to do our part, they had to do their part, and they understood that it was a partnership. My administrative assistant, let me tell you, I tell people all the time, she was the most powerful person in the building. She knew
Yeah.
everything, knew everybody, and if I was the head honey, she was the next. She made sure that things were turning the right way.
Yeah.
And my school counselors, the janitorial services, when we were having lunches bought in, just having the opportunity to make everybody smile. I
Yeah.
made everybody roll their eyes every now and again because sometimes we just had to do what we had to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was my goal to make them smile more than frown.
Mhm.
And just my excitement about what was happening there was to lead to their excitement, was just so we could do things that were magical every day.
That's right.
So being a good leader in that regard and understanding that I was not only raising leadership within my staff, but in my students and in my parents so that
Yeah.
they can go on and do other amazing things.
Yeah.
Um, Being a leader at heart is,
Mhm.
is I realize that I am not a manager. I am a leader, right?
Mhm.
I can
Mhm.
manage, but I am a
Right.
leader, and
Yeah.
leaders become leaders.
Yeah.
And so every day, creating leadership opportunities, acknowledging leadership, acknowledging greatness,
Yeah.
acknowledging
Yeah.
even missteps. So as
Mhm.
opportunities for learning, it was a blessing. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, my kids, they responded to me well, but they also thought I was, a little crazy. They were
But they knew you loved them, and that's the important
absolutely.
part.
Absolutely. And I ended every single day on the announcement. I would remind them that I would say, I love you oh so dearly. And you have a great evening or you have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
After I got my PhD, we started doing the PhD song that I learned from my little cousin. It was peace. Holla back, y'all. Deuces.
That's cute.
But we would send off each day. So hopefully, no matter what happened during the day, you would have a good send off. And so the next day you could come back ready to be sent off again.
Wow. I love that. I love that. So tell us about your books.
Oh, yes. Okay. So This is this baby here. This is Stepmom, Trials, Tribulations, and Triumphs. And what it is it's a real life account of blending a family.
Mm-hmm.
It is one thing to get married and to marry someone who has children, be it the mother or the father. It is another thing to truly blend a family. And I think even people who don't have children involved, you're blending a family. And so blended family usually goes to people with stepchildren or step parents. No, baby, blending a family is blending a family.
Mm-hmm.
And very candid account of what it is like to go through the blending process.
Mm-hmm.
And honey, we made it through. We're still here.
Yeah.
We're still
Yeah.
here. We will have been married for 14 years in July. We
Nice.
have been dating for 15 years as of April 6th. And, we are still blending because our families are all, it's a myriad of different humans who have lived their own experiences.
Yeah.
And so we blend every day. But Stepmom, it is truly telling you about the trials, the tribulations, and triumphs of a family that
Yeah.
is really learning to, the parents, my husband and I, learning to lead within our household, learning to lead within our marriage, but also leading these kids who do these unique things, who also in a very peculiar situation for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about that at length. The edition that I held up for you is the second edition and includes an additional chapter
Mm-hmm.
where we talk about becoming a step grandparent, which
Mm.
has been a unique journey too. I'm also the authoress of While You're Sleeping. I call it the perfect children of all ages book.
Oh,
I
nice.
was very fortunate to have at that time, she's in college now, but she was in high school then, a student illustrator. And let me tell you, she hand painted every single picture in this book. I mean, they are on canvas. I own the canvases. She hand
Yeah.
painted every one of these beautiful babies. And this book is really just about, and I say a mom because I wrote it, but a mom who has these beautiful hopes, wonders, and dreams for her children while they are sleeping. One of my favorite times, and we still look at all of our kids to this day. Our kids are range from age 24 to 5. And we
Mm-hmm.
look at them when they're sleeping, like, oh, they're just so sweet when they're sleeping. Just so sweet when they sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes before they fall asleep, you want to shake them. But when they're sleeping, they're so beautiful and they're so amazing. And even,
Yeah.
they're amazing when they're awake, but something more calm about when they're asleep. And it gives you a time to pray over them when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
awake and they're sleeping. It gives you a time to just wonder what's happening with
Yeah.
them. And While You're Sleeping speaks to that. It talks
Yeah.
and it calms the spirit of a child as they are sleeping. And so, yeah, I have those two books, but I am also became the editor-in-chief and writer of a magazine this year.
Yeah.
Well, actually last year.
Awesome.
There are 4 volumes here, well, 4 issues. And it's really about leadership in all capacities and really encouraging leaders to be amazing, giving them tips about how they can do different things. Like one of my favorite thoughts from the editor is just about rest. The
Mm-hmm.
idea of rest, and something
Yeah.
that a lot of leaders and people who run things
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
And when we don't, what happens to us?
Mm.
So yeah, writing for me is very therapeutic. It is something that it's another call. It's just like speaking.
Yeah.
It's speaking with my fingers
Mm-hmm.
and answering that call and saying the yes when it's time to say yes. And so I'm working on a new book now called Village Minded.
Okay.
And it's another story of very realistic situations
Mm-hmm.
garnered from my life
Yeah.
that will hopefully encourage people, period, um, to find new ways to be awesome.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What else do we need to cover? We got the books. We got different things going on. Did we miss anything?
Well, I will say so. I am an educational leadership strategist.
Okay.
So a leadership strategist. Basically, I like to work with leaders,
Mm-hmm.
people who know they're leaders or they aspire to be leaders.
Yeah.
Something that I have learned and I have seen and I have experienced is that people in leadership positions are not always leaders.
Mm.
A title does not make you a leader.
That's right. For sure.
And
That.
even people who go to school to study leadership and get these hard skills, as they're called. They learn how to be a great scientist, so they run a lab. They learn
Mhm.
how to be a great teacher, so they run a school. So
Mhm.
they learn how to go to divinity school, and they learn the humanics, and they learn how to preach, so they lead a church. But the reality is that they don't always learn how to lead.
Mhm.
They don't
Mhm.
always learn how to lead, and it's really what are called soft skills that
Mhm.
make all the difference in
Yeah.
leadership. So if you go to my Instagram or my Facebook, or even my LinkedIn, you'll see that I do a soft skill of the month. This
Okay.
month's soft skill is decision making. And it's
Mm.
one of those things that if you learn how to make decisions, it can cross all types of leadership realms. But that is a skill that leaders need. You
Mhm.
can know how to grade a paper, you
Yeah.
can know how to give a sermon, and you can knock down 3 points. You can know how to make candles, but if you don't know how to make decisions,
Come on.
will be able to lead others. Like the
Love
past, we
it.
talked about introspection. I think was last month, soft skill of the
Mhm.
month. If you can't learn how to think about your own thoughts, to think
Mhm.
about your own emotions, how can you lead others and learn how to be empathetic towards them?
Mhm.
Prioritization is a soft skill. If you don't know how to prioritize, even though you may know how to make a checklist for somebody else to do, how will you ever get the things done that you need to get done in order to lead others? And
Yeah.
so working with leaders through these soft skills and working with clients one-on-one, working with large groups and doing group trainings, that is something that I cherish the opportunity to do
Yeah.
every time, and to have clients who have come out of those things and say, Dr. Renita, you changed my life.
Mhm.
I have
Mhm.
been over here stressed, trying to figure out why these people won't do like I want them to do, why
Yeah.
committed and invested in this like I'm committed and invested in this. Why do I want it for them more than they want it for them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's because you don't always activate the soft skills to
Mm.
bring in the people. So not only do they do the job, but they do the work, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. What else we have going on? Anything else? Did we miss anything?
Well, there's always the refining life. So my nonprofit, the Refining Life, is in its ninth year, and we
Oh.
have had 8 years of women's
Mm.
conferences.
Okay.
Yes, the Refining the Mind Women's Conference has taken place for 8 years. It's
Awesome.
been between Durham and Burlington, and we've had these amazing opportunities to connect with these women, to literally put them in a place and space to have their minds refined. And they
Yeah.
literally have things burned away from their mindsets, and they
Mm.
go away leading more positive and productive lives.
Yeah.
So we not only have the women's conference, we've hosted this thing called Refining Reflections, where we're bringing somebody and they talk to us about how they got to where they are. What did
Yeah.
they have to let go of? What did they have to release to get to where they are? We
Mhm.
have um, a program called Mirror Image that we did a couple of years ago with Belinda Burt, where we talked about not only what we see in the mirror, but how we talk to her when we see her in the mirror,
Mhm.
and just creating new opportunities for people to have their mind refined, to do things they've never done before. And we are cooking up some thoughts for conference this year to
Yeah.
reimagine it in year 9, to be
Okay.
something different than it's ever been. But it's
Yeah.
really about hearing things and experiencing things and meeting people and celebrating people who really change your trajectory of life
Yeah.
just by the way they think.
Yeah.
Because of the way we think, we determine what we can and cannot do. Because somebody can tell you you can do it all day. You can
Yeah.
have the degrees to do it all
Mhm.
day, but until you believe it, and until you think and let go of some of that other junk. Because, honey,
Yeah.
refinement is all about
That part.
burning away. Yeah.
Yes.
When something's burnt, like it's not coming back. If it
Mhm.
does, it's gonna come back different, right?
Yeah.
About
Right.
the phoenix, the mythological phoenix. It burns to a crisp and then it comes back, but it's a refresh, it's a new phoenix.
Mhm. Mhm.
Those things that are burnt away, honey, they're not gonna come back like that. They're
Yeah.
just not. And when things are burned away, like when you think about gold or you think about sugar, when it's refined, it's brought to its purest form.
Yeah.
And for us to live the life that we need to live and to impact the way we need to impact and to live out the purpose for us being here, we have to be refined. Because
Yeah.
every day that we live, new junk gets on us.
Mm,
We got to have that stuff burnt away. We got to have those thoughts burnt away. They got to go so that
yeah.
we can more purely and authentically walk into who and what we are. And
I love
so
it.
having, that sisterhood is like none other. And let me tell you, the brothers be trying to sneak in too.
I'm sure. Look, when is that workshop? When is that?
So
Have you?
it's usually the last Saturday of September is the women's conference, but this year we're going to have to throw it off by a week because I have a daughter who is doing amazing things, and
Okay.
she has already booked up my last Saturday of September. But Refining the Mind Women's Conference is always in the month of September. Dates will be coming out soon, as well as
Okay.
location or locations.
Okay. Awesome. My
Because
birthday's in September, so I might try to get to one
yes,
of them.
yes, it's a great birthday party.
Yeah, I'm
It's a great
sure.
birthday. We have good food, good
Yeah. Yeah.
people, entertainment. It's
Okay.
a great birthday party.
I like it. Keep me posted.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. How can people get connected with you?
Oh, well, okay. So let's be real. I like to hear from people and hear your whole complete thought. So you can
Hmm.
email me. I'm good with email. You can email me at thedoc@drrenitawebb.com, which you see right down there. Or you can DM me. I am not afraid of the DM. Now, if you say something crazy in the DM, I am about the blocking ministry. I
Hmm.
am blessed sometimes because I block. I will be of the blocking ministry. But if you say something of substance with some good sense, just
Hmm.
DM me if you need to on Instagram or Facebook at Dr. So Dr.Renita, Dr. Renita.
Hmm.
Just hit me up and we
Yeah.
can chat and we can discuss and we can connect. And if I'm the person for you, we want to work together, we can work together. Or if you just need a moment, we can have that moment together. So
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. End us with some encouraging words.
here is an encouraging word, and it actually was something that I didn't realize I said at the very first
Mhm.
Refining the Mind Women's Conference. And the encouraging word is life itself is a refining process.
Mm.
Life itself is a refining process. And so, knowing that, let us remember that each day we get the chance to become new. We
Yeah.
can move forward because we get the chance to become new. And it's okay to let go.
Mm.
It's okay to let go because in letting go, we open our hands to be able to receive. You have to release to
Yeah.
receive. So allow yourself to be refined. Allow people to have the moments to say, oh, who you think you are? Oh, you think you something else? Yes, I do. Because I'm not who I was yesterday because I
Come on.
continue to live. I am not who I used to be because my experiences have shifted me. And I am
Mhm.
excited to continue to live, to become who I am supposed to be and do what I am supposed to do. So allow your life to be
Mhm.
the refining process, trust the process, and keep moving forward.
I love it. I love it. All of my speakers today, y'all were on one accord. I gotta let you listen to the other ones. Like y'all are so in sync. Y'all are so in sync today. I love it.
Yes.
Wonderful. Awesome. So listen, y'all connect with Dr. Renita. She is off the chain and she has a lot of connections and resources and a big event coming September. So definitely stay tuned. So I'm grateful always to connect with great people, making it happen. And you just are such an inspiration to me. So keep making it happen. We're definitely going to stay connected. Hold tight. We're going to go to some commercials, but don't get off. So hold tight. And I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Hold
Amen.
tight. Amen.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
Awesome. I forgot, you guys, also to tell you Miss Renita is in this issue. So make sure you get your copy of Divine Connections Magazine. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great one. Hold on, Dr. Renita.